Welcome to the Goof and Goober Show, the podcast that brings you laughter, insight, and the quirkiest conversations. Join your hosts, Matthew and Regan, as they embark on a delightful journey through the realms of pop culture, humor, and everyday shenanigans. So, buckle up and get ready for a roller coaster of fun and entertainment. Let's dive into the world of laughs with Matthew and Regan on the Goof and the Goober Show. What's going on, guys? It's the GG boys. We're here. We're rapping. We're rolling. We're going. It's time for the 2023 GG Goof and Goober recap of 2023. I've said 2023 so many times, but it was an amazing year for movies, TV shows, all of it. And you guys got to experience the whole year with us. And if you guys also want to join in with the whole movement and everything, guys, make sure you follow us. We're on all of the socials, the YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. What else are we on? We on the Google Podcasts, Spotify. We're on the I think we're on Twitter. But we haven't really done anything on Twitter or anything like that. I think we have a TikTok, but we don't really do anything on TikTok. But we got it all. So make sure you follow us on there and get all the newest content. But guys, joining me to review the 2023 is the man that's been through it all, the man that's been in the gridiron, the man that's been in the mud and the dirt. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Matthew Leathers.
Oh, what do you say to Monday night football?
Wow. That's what I'm talking about.
Because it's not necessarily football, but I don't know if you could hear that.
Oh, wow. But you do have a sound. You do have the sound machine. That's right. Matthew has the sound machine.
I do have a sound machine.
That's what I'm
so
talking about. That's
Ladies
how that
and gentlemen,
works.
boys and girls, thank you for the lovely intro. Quick little plug here for you guys. Natty is on. Yeah, the national championship is on. Drop your comments down below who you think is going to win, Washington or Michigan. I'm going to give you mine. It's going to be Michigan. Pretty simple, pretty easy.
Yeah.
Check us out on the Twitch. Check us out on the YouTube. Check us out on the Twitter, the YouTube, the Spaces. Check us out everywhere. We are trying to hit 100 followers on Instagram, and then we can give away some things. We have some stuff that I bought like a year ago. So freaking follow it. Send it to somebody so that way we can give it away. I'm tired of having boxes, literal boxes on my stuff. So
Jordan doesn't want to win.
Yeah. You don't want him to win.
I am willing to give away. I mean, I got so many comics. I could give some comics away. That's what I'm willing to do. You know what I mean?
I'm willing to do what it must to get some of this stuff out of my house.
Like, seriously, dude, I'm ready to just give away all this crap. People follow us and we'll give you some stuff. That's all it is. That's all it takes.
We love giveaways, actually.
I have so much stuff I just want to give away, but you gotta follow us in order for us to do this. Jeez Louise, people. Anyways, Matthew, I think it was last night. Yes, last night was the Golden Globes Awards, the 81st annual Golden Globes. Did you watch it?
I watched some of it.
You did? I didn't watch it. I really have never watched it. Never really cared for it. I can watch it afterwards and find out who won, and that's when I care about it. But what were you thinking during it?
Well, going into it, in terms of like the best film, for an example, we'll be talking about like movies that we watched this year. Pretty happy with some of my choice there. You know, and I think it was, you know, some of it was good, some of it was bad. I think one of the big things, and I think you and I both know, freaking Pedro Pascal got freaking reamed.
Is that the biggest? Is that the biggest upset that happened last night?
There's no, there. I mean, upset. Sure, I was busy watching the Bills game. Yeah, no, you're good. Bills game. Yeah. The Bills won against Miami, or Miami beat the Bills. I don't remember.
It's one of the two.
One of the two.
That's
one
all
of the
I
two
know.
won.
That's all I know.
But Pedro Pascal, no nominations.
Bills won.
Which is absolutely horrendous from him in his last The Last of Us series. So I was kind of pissed off about that. A couple other ones that I was, really excited about that were at least nominated was like Spider-Man for cinematic box office achievement. Like, first things first, I'm pissed off about it. Okay. I'm pissed off with the winner. Just gonna be honest with you. But overall, I pretty much agreed with most things.
Well, what makes no sense with the Pedro Pascal, this Kareem Culkin, which is the brother of, what's his face, Macaulay Culkin. I never have heard anything about the Succession show. There's 3 people that got nominated from the show. And it just, I don't know, that just doesn't make sense to me. And Kieran Culkin is just, you just never saw him as, like, the thing about, I'm sorry, moving all over the place, but like, the thing about Pedro Pascal is that he just did so many things in 2023, and I think that's really what made him so spectacular to us, is because he, separate from The Last of Us, he's done so many things that we're excited for, Fantastic Four, possibly, or, Mandalorian. Just, I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me, that whole thing. As well as, I think with Barbie for the cinematic and box office, well, I guess that's just the cinematic achievement, so it doesn't really necessarily matter. But I don't know.
Best animated film, The Boy and the Heron.
Yeah, that's what. Oh yeah, that's where it was.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, and that's just sad. I think also Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles should have been a part of that. Besides Elemental and Wish, I don't know. I think, it's the Golden Globes. They just do what they want. They're friends. They just nominate their friends. That's all they do. But
true, big true. What?
Stand-up comedy on television. Amy Schumer was one of them, and it's like I don't think anyone finds Amy Schumer that funny. I guess I've never really found her that funny, to be honest. But so that is kind of what we're looking at currently. What Hollywood is saying the best of the best was for 2023. Nothing besides that I kind of that sticks out. I think
I honestly only agree with one thing that's on this list. Now that I'm looking through everything.
What is?
The best film drama.
Best film drama, TV.
Oppenheimer.
And director of a motion picture. I think Christopher Nolan deserves that with Oppenheimer too. I think he killed it with Oppenheimer. And
it's about the only thing that I agree with.
What about for Leonardo? Still does not won a golden, or no, he hasn't. What's the main thing he hasn't won? I feel like, I don't know. But he's
I need to get more invested in some of these like shows, but like these Golden Globes and stuff like that.
I don't know about that. I don't know. Nicolas Cage almost got won an award with actor in a musical or comedy film with Dream Scenario, and guess who was in Dream Scenario? Our boy Pedro Pascal.
Oh.
And then the drama TV series, The Succession, that won it. I disagree with that 100%. The Last of Us, I think with the amount of people that were on board of The Last of Us, Succession has had, I think, 3-4 years of previous time. Like this has been a buildup for 3 or 4 years, and The Last of Us just comes out of nowhere and is able to compete with that. I think that's speaks huge volumes on who or what The Last of Us was, and I think should have won. But hey, whatever, it's dumb. I'm
really excited for friggin' season 2.
Well, they're holding back on that, that.
Wait, why? Why are they holding back?
Because Pedro's so famous and people want him in their film, and so they have to push it back because he's got so many more films that he's trying to do. That's what I've heard.
I will take a delayed Last of Us as long as it's good quality.
Right.
Which I don't think, based off of the previous show, that they did a bad job, so I think it'll be fine.
Then huge shout out for Barbie for having 3 nominees for original song. I do think I'm Just Ken should have won.
I'm just Ken. Anywhere I'd be 10. His mouth is doing a fight for me.
Okay, well, that is the Golden Globes. We'll kind of refer to that maybe once or twice while we go over our 2023 review. But we've got a lot to get through. We can kind of comment a little bit because there's only 2 of us on the pod, so we don't have to take too much time, or we don't have to be too quick, I should say. But Matthew, do you have a list?
I have a list written down.
I have a list written down. Okay.
I've got my top 5 movies, my top 4 worst movies. I've got my top 5 TV shows.
Okay.
I've got a bad TV show. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
And then I've got my top 3 fines for 2023.
Okay. We've got how many categories? 5 categories. That means
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so I have my best movies, my top 14 best movies, my top 15 worst movies. I got my top 5
15?
best TVs. Yeah, TV series or TV shows. I got my top 5 worst TV shows. Mm-hmm. You guys covering CES. CES. Is that a math joke there? Juice Draft. And best finds of 2023. I have my top 5.
Your top 5. Okay. Well.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, how should we start this thing? How should we start this?
Well, should we go
Consumer Electronics Expo?
Oh.
No, we're not.
When is that? Was that happening this? Maybe we have to have Juice Giraffe on to inform everyone about that. It's this week. Maybe that's huge point for the Goof and Goober Show to get our names out there. And really dive in deep into the community. Vegas.
Vegas.
Well, never mind.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be able to make it there.
No, sorry, can't make it. This is what I was thinking. Maybe we can go from each category. Do one, or maybe do the top 5. No, but you only have 1 for the worst TV show.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't watch that many.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. Well, let's just do the top 5 and just keep going down.
Sure.
And start with the best movies. And then
we can start with the best movies.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And okay, so you guys are entering. Okay, maybe should I put the spoiler? No,
She-Hulk was not this year. She-Hulk was last year.
That was last year.
It would have been on my list real quick.
On the worst movie TV shows.
Easily.
Anyways, so we'll start with the top 5 best movies for the GG. The Goof and Goober boys. Yeah, that's for sure. Juice Draft, the worst. Matthew,
okay.
What do you want to start at number 5? Let's start at number 5 and work our way.
We'll work our way up. I just wanted to say I do have an honorable mention for this one.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to put it in the worst, but I didn't want to put it in the best. Okay. TMNT. Is in my honorable mentions.
That's
the
good.
reason being, I think that these other movies, for me, have more. It just clicked with me a little bit more. Not that TMNT was bad. It's just I really like the other movies. So that's just an honorable mention. I had to make sure I put that out there. And for my number 5 of 2023, my 5th favorite movie of 2023 was Dungeons and Frickin' Dragons.
Whoa.
Dungeons and Dragons. Yep.
Bad boy. Okay. That was my number 13. Oh,
wow.
Yeah. That's okay. Great movie. It is a good movie. It's in one of my top 15 movies of 2023. So it's pretty good. That was a movie.
Yeah, that was a movie.
Oh, Jordan.
It's got Chris something in there.
Yeah. One of those Chris guys. Spider-Man.
One of the
beats
Chris's
it, I would
that's
say.
out there, but it was a
Pine,
funny
Chris
movie.
Pine from
Chris
Jury
Pine.
Duty.
It was a good one. So, yeah.
Matthew, any particular reason you have it at number 5, or just
Look, this one was. You and I both we went and saw this together. This was a hilarious movie.
It's a good,
but it also
movie.
was like it was also cool because I mean, if you ever play Dungeons and Dragons, it's like it's pretty similar, like in idea. There's a lot of Chris's, but I really liked it because it was charming, it was funny, it was adventurous, it was cool at parts, and really, I mean, it's a rewatchable movie for sure. You can't go wrong with it. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah. My number 5 best movie of all. Excuse me, for 2023. I put down the Super Mario Bros. Movie. This is a great movie. I love the animation. A lot of my top movies are animated. And so this is a great movie that really lived up to its expectation. You got Peaches, you got an all-star cast, and man, it was a good one. There you go, Jordan, my guy.
Oh yeah, baby.
Reason I had it at number 5, I did rank it lower, but I was like, you know what? I did really enjoy this movie. And it was one of those movies that I could, watch with my son, have a good time, enjoy it. Yeah. This is just a fun movie, especially you got Chris Pratt in it. You got a lot, like I said, I don't know, just a good movie of fun, adventure.
Jack Black
killed
it.
Peaches.
Honestly, I had forgot about the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh gosh.
Probably would have been in my honorable mentions, but yeah, I mean it's a good one.
Yeah,
real good one.
Yeah. Okay, Matthew.
So
remember what?
Now moving on to my next one. This is gonna kind of throw you off because I don't think you saw this movie.
Oh
I
boy.
think I went to see it and you didn't see it.
Oh no.
Maybe it was Killers of the Flower Moon.
We saw that together. Oh wait, no, we did see that. I saw it with.
I think I went Without
No, we
You
went and saw that together.
with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, we saw that together. I
Oh,
remember.
okay. Well, I have that as my number four.
4, really?
This was surprisingly to me. This was
I forgot about that one. To be honest.
This was a strange. This was a different movie. This isn't. I like crime movies. I'm a big thriller type movie guy when I'm at home. But I just want to recognize, pretty dang star-studded cast with this. We got freaking Leonardo DiCaprio. We've got Martin Scorsese as the director. We got Robert De Niro, Brendan Fraser, Jesse Plemons. Like, this was like, for me, John Lithgow. I think he played freaking. Wasn't he in Batman? Didn't he play in Batman? I thought.
Possibly.
I'd have to look. But he's a pretty well-known actor. But this movie had you kind of pulling every left and right? Like it, the tragedy in the movie, the plot twist at the end, just an all-around good movie. It was a long movie, but it was a good one. And it kind of made me, go into looking at, like the Indian tribes that the movie was based around, and seeing that, some of it was, based on some previous events that had happened. It was just a fun movie. It was good. It was cool. Not one I'd normally put on my list, but I really liked it.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, Matthew. I was not expecting that. That's interesting. I don't know. I didn't think that would be in your top 5, but it
was a really well directed movie and made movie. So
yeah. Well, my number 4 is none other than Sound of Freedom. And man, was this a great movie. It's kind of like yours. It's just one of those ones that just really moved you and really got you in a oh, I can make a difference. I need to make a difference in the world, and really opened your eyes on what's going on in the world a little bit with child sex trafficking. And yeah, dude. Yeah. We loved that movie. Both of us did, and it was a great movie. Great movie. So, and bravo to Angel for picking that up from Disney.
Screw you, Disney.
And making millions off of it. One of the best gross movies, I believe, in 2023. Behind Barbie.
Yeah, behind Barbie, for sure. Because one's more important than the other. Yeah, I will say, and it pains me. It pains me, but I did not put Sound of Freedom in my top 5. But I wanted to go off of my favorite movie that had rewatchability factors that I just enjoyed every single moment of. And The Sound of Freedom hit me where it was supposed to. It wasn't my favorite movie because of the context of the movie.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, I get it.
But no, it's a good pick. That is a good pick.
Yeah.
Are you ready for my number 3?
Yeah, dude. Oh wait, no,
my number 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume Trace.
Whoa, number 3?
Number 3.
What do you got from those other ones? That's what I'm curious about. I know one of them, but
you don't know the other one, huh? Guardians of the Galaxy, like, come on, Regan and I, like, this is exactly what we wanted from MCU. James Gunn, we talked about him so much throughout the year. He's a killer. He's good at what he does. Like, and that's what brings us some hope. If you listen to the last episode for, Aquaman and the DC universe moving forward, this movie encompasses the whole trilogy and bringing it all together to a final close. And it brings the emotion, it brings in the story, it ties it's just a nice ribbon on top. That's what it is of the present.
100%.
And so I had to do this one in my top 3. There was no question about it whatsoever. And so that's why it's my third. But the other two, I know they're tough. To me, it was a tough top 3. It was a very tough top 3. So
it's a tough one. There was a lot of good movies out in 2023 that you can go out and watch. Before I go into number 3, I will have to make some honorable mentions. Blue Beetle.
Oh, can you talk into your mic a little bit more?
My bad.
You're good.
Honorable mentions. I want to say Blue Beetle, Killers of the Flower Moon. Yes. Dungeons and Dragons. Yes. John Wick 3. Yes. Killers. I said that one. Shazam. Wonka. Haunted Mansion. Murder Mystery 2. Barbie. Oppenheimer. Those are all honorable mentions for me. Those are really great movies. If you guys haven't seen them, we highly recommend you go see those movies and go check them out. And if you want to see our reviews of those, you can go to YouTube or go check us out on our Spotify or Google Podcasts, all that stuff, and check that out. But to get into my number 3, I put down Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Mutant Mayhem.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
In your top 3?
In my top 3.
Wow.
I think this was an incredible job by Seth Rogen on what he did with this whole series that's been going on for years and years. And this is, Jordan, come on.
Nah.
This is a great movie that I think the animation is just, it's basically kind of like Spider-Man. We've talked about this on the podcast before about just how great of a job they did with their animation. But this storyline, I love the storyline. It's a new perspective on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and how they became who they are. And you really felt that they were kids. And because they were kids, they did get guys to be kids, and you never felt for a second that they were just a kid trying to be a kid. So that is my top 3, my number 3. And like I said, if you guys really want to know why and our rankings and all that fun stuff, go check it out in our videos.
Depth.
We go in very big
on our
depths.
Thoughts on everything.
All of it. So that is my number 3.
Okay. Well, on to my number 2.
Oh boy.
My number 2 movie of 2023 was Barbie.
Whoa.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
My number 2 movie was Oppenheimer. Oh, Regan's lagging. Oh, it's okay, guys. Regan's his internet's probably just lagging or something. Let's see if I can fill the dead air here. Yeah, TMNT as is number 3. Eesh. Ooh. That's a brutal one. That is a brutal choice. Although, that's why it's our list and his list, and it's our list for a reason. So let's see what he's up to. Let's see what he's doing. Let's see. I guess while we're talking here, or while we're kind of filling the dead space, So when we hit 100 followers on Instagram, I've got a couple different things we're giving away. So if you look here, this is a picture I took. They're over there in the corner there. A Funko Pop, the Wasp Funko Pop, and then we got a Joker Batman action figure. We got those on the freaking lineup back there. And then I also have some other items back there that are going to be a part of the giveaway. So if you are listening at this point, go to our Instagram. You can look up the Goof and Goober Show. Hit follow. Leave a comment or like on whatever, on our photos or videos, something. So we know that you got it and that you're here. And when we hit 100 followers, which is in 10 followers, we'll do a giveaway. We'll pay for the shipping. We'll send it out to you. We'll take care of you. But yeah, so let's see. Let me call this bad boy up. Let me see what's up. If anybody wants to see, this is Regan's. He's got a big old freaking mustache on his photo for me.
Dude, I have no idea what just happened.
It's all right. I've been filling the dead air for you. Hello?
Hello? Okay, I need to close out on one of these. I got too many. Hang on.
I think it's your internet.
My computer, everything's shut down. It's not my internet.
Your computer shut down?
My computer shut down. Everything shut. Yeah, dude. So I don't know what the heck happened.
Yeah, he does have KFC Wi-Fi.
What? What's KFC
actually,
Wi-Fi?
KFC Wi-Fi might be a little bit better. He probably, it's more like not Taco Bell, but probably maybe Taco Bell. Maybe Taco Bell. I'm talking to freaking Jordan, dude. Your internet's crapping out, dude. Or your computer, one of the two.
I think it's my computer. I need to get a better fan. I don't think it was overheating. I could have.
Touch the side of your computer. Is it hot?
I did that. It's not hot.
It's not hot?
No.
Huh.
Like, what the frick? And that's exactly that's what my exact thought right off the bat. Well, I'm sorry about that, guys. That was my bad. But Matthew, you said Oppenheimer was your number 2.
Oppenheimer was my number 2.
Why? What?
Oppenheimer was my number 2. It was really well directed. First off,
yep.
It was well directed, but also this was probably the most star-studded cast I think I've ever seen in movie history. The most star-studded cast. Let me just pull this up. Oppenheimer. Look at this. I mean, we could just go down this list. We got to Cillian Murphy as Oppenheimer, RDJ, Florence Pugh, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon. I mean, that's not even it. Josh Peck, Rami Malek. We've got what's some noticeable ones? Jason Clarke, David Dastmalson. I don't know if I said that right. Dane DeHaan. Michael Angarano, Alex Wolff, like just a star-studded class. I mean, this was a movie that every time someone came on stage or on the screen, I was telling Regan, how are they gonna pay for these guys?
That's true. I think that was a huge thing for me too. Is like the stars. There was a bunch of freaking stars in that, and it was.
I dislike the review star-studded.
The review star-studded.
That's why we all have our own opinions, I guess, you know? Shark Tale also star-studded. Okay, let's take a look at Shark Tale. Shark Tale cast.
We got Will Smith.
Robert De Niro, Will Smith, Jack Black, Martin Scorsese, Angelina Jolie.
I mean, Shark Tales is a well-known movie.
I mean, it is a good movie. It's not a bad movie at all. Well, it is a bad movie. It's not a good movie, though.
I mean, it was made back in 2004.
You have to remember, Juice Giraffe, you have to remember, you're like 50. So, of course, that was a terrible movie. When Regan and I were in middle school, this is what came out.
And I wouldn't call this a star-studded. I mean, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that I would consider stars. The other are kind of like not really anybody.
This Oppenheimer, like literally every scene, you're like, oh my gosh, how is this guy's in this movie too? This guy's in this movie? This guy's in this movie? And they're all killers. Like they're all good at what they do. Clearly.
It's true.
Right? But it's like,
I mean,
how do you pay all these guys?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You could go with him. There's just a boatload of people there. Like, oh, how in the world? I remember him, like Josh Peck. You're like Drake and Josh. Like, oh yeah, that guy's really good. I don't know. Yeah, it's
Rami
just a
Malek.
bunch of.
Oh, that guy's really good.
Well, not good. I just like, oh yeah, he's a star.
Like
That's
a massive
true.
star.
That is true.
Devin
Juice
Boston.
Giraffe. That they can still make a bad movie, even with a star stud. But
well, they made a good movie with the star-studded cast. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know if I got that across. Glad they didn't. Yeah, I'm really glad they didn't either. But like this movie, like I knew nothing about Oppenheimer at all. Nothing. I knew nothing going into this. I heard it was about the nuke. That was about it. And to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure I slept through that period when we talked about Hiroshima, or I think that's what it was.
I don't know about that, but I don't think
the Hiroshima bomb.
Yeah.
But Cillian Murphy, he was an absolute. I mean, he was great in this
acting
movie.
In this is great. Yeah.
The stuff he did to prepare, like he's gonna continue to grow, and he killed it in this movie. So that's why I have it as my number 2.
Yep. Well.
So.
Bravo. My number 2 is your number 3, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy. And I completely agree. They do such an amazing job of finishing this series of Guardians. And Chris Pratt is forever going to be missed. I hope that they'll come back. And he comes back. And Rocket did, this whole story is kind of revolved around Rocket, with it not being revolved around Rocket. But I think they do such an amazing job of closing this out. And you want more still. For sure after this whole movie, but it's just one of the greatest movies of 2023. One of them, yeah. So
it's up there.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's in your top 3.
Let us know. Let us know your top 2 of 2023 if you want. Drop them down in the comments.
Drop them down.
Okay,
and
Matthew.
For my number 1 movie of 2023, it goes to show this movie absolutely crushed. This movie, I have watched it 200 to 300 times probably already, just on repeat. It's a good movie. and it is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is the best movie of 2023.
Yep.
And I think Regan, do you agree or you disagree?
I'm on that board. I am. My number one is the same. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I think we both love that. Juice Draft agrees 100%. Yes, it was the movie of the year. I think they got robbed from the Golden Globes the other night, which, who cares what they say, but it just goes to show that the Golden Globes is a piece of trash. They don't know what they're talking about.
Means nothing.
Because it literally was a masterpiece. Not only the story, but the same thing with the artisticness, the animation. They went all out in all aspects of this film. And we want more.
Yeah,
we still we're
pissed off at the ending. I wanted more.
We want more, and I'm excited for this next movie coming out in this year, right?
I think they're delayed.
Oh, they delayed.
I think it's delayed till 2025. I'm pretty sure.
I think
I'd have to Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. I'm pretty dang sure it's delayed. Yeah, it's been delayed indefinitely by ongoing writer and actor strikes, apparently.
Oh,
December 14th.
Okay.
It was originally slated for Friday, March 29th, 2024. Mother father.
Dude.
I could wait 3 months. But I don't even know now at this point.
Whatever. I don't know. That's I agree. I think it will be one of my favorite movies currently going forward. I think it was a really well done movie all around.
Fabulous movie.
100%. Okay.
So you heard it here, folks. 2023, the best movie is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. If you have not seen it, go watch it and then go back and watch our review on it. We talk a lot about the ins and outs of the movie, what we thought about it, what our hopes are for the future. And go check that out.
Yep. Go check them out. Now, we will be moving into the worst of the worst movies. Jordan, how have you not seen that? If you haven't, how have you not seen that movie? I am so disappointed in you right now. I don't even know what to do with you. Oh my gosh. It's okay. I love you still. Anyways, going into the worst movies of 2023. I will start this off since you started off last time. And
go ahead.
Here we go. My movie, I started off with
do some honorable mentions. Go ahead.
Honorable mentions, Evil Dead Rises, Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. I should actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm switching up I'm sorry, I'm doing it on the spot.
It's your list, man.
It's my list, man.
It's your list.
This was not in 2023, but it was our first ever movie, and it was at the end of 2022, so I would still count it towards 2023. Avatar 2, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, Cocaine Bear. It was, not like super bad, but it was just Megan. Missing, Knock at the Cabin, which those were at my very end of my worst movies. So Knock at the Cabin was 11, Missing was 12, Megan was 13, Cocaine Bear was 14, and 65 was 15. 65 was all right. But for my number 5, oh man, this is hard. Yeah, there were so many. Okay, here we go. Number 5. Well, I mean, of course, OFC. I haven't seen Cocaine Bear.
Of course, I haven't seen Cocaine Bear.
What colors? Yeah.
It's rated R, man. Oh, yeah, you're not 18.
Man. That's right. That's all right, Jordan. I still forgive you.
But you can watch Spider-Man. It's not rated R.
That's true. That's
and
what
Spider-Man
the movie
Lotus is on YouTube,
talking.
so go ahead.
The best one.
Best one yet.
Okay. Anyways, my number 5 is Peter Pan and Wendy. I am a huge Peter Pan advocate. And knowing that they were going to make a new Peter Pan movie, I was excited. I was so excited because I love Peter Pan. It's probably my childhood hero. And then to watch it completely fall apart in front of my eyes, that I had to stop watching it because it was so bad and I couldn't watch any more of it because they were ruining Peter Pan for me. This was a hard one. This is what I moved. I actually had Avatar 2 here, but I said, you know what? Peter Pan was that bad, and I can't not keep it out of my top 5. So, worst movies of 2023. So, yeah, Peter Pan and Wendy, number 5. I was thinking about putting it up higher. I think all of these could be at number 1, to be honest. I think all these ones that I'm choosing could be at number 1. No joke. So that's my number 5.
Okay. So my number 5.
You looking at our Instagram?
I was looking at my phone. I was looking at my Instagram. Yeah. Because I was just looking at something. I have an honorable mention. I have one honorable mention.
Okay.
And the honorable mention is Knock at the Cabin. This is not a very good movie, but it's better than some of the movies that were on my list.
Evil Dead Rises.
Not even Evil Dead Rises. I forgot we even watched that, to be honest with you. That would be not a good movie that I would not recommend.
Dude, I forgot to make an honorable mention too. Can I? I'll say it after you. I'll do it after.
Go ahead.
Right now? Okay.
Yep.
One of the biggest honorable mentions. I did want to put this at number 1, but I didn't think it was fair because I actually haven't seen this movie, but I wanted to put on the worst movies of 2023.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour.
Really? Okay.
I don't understand why. Right now, if you wanted to buy it, you can't. You have to rent it, and how much you rent it for? $20. Ridiculous money that Taylor Swift is just demanding from people. Not demanding from people, but asking from people to watch this. Basically, watch her concert that you can just listen to and probably watch on YouTube somewhere for free. But hey, whatever. And
how many times have you guys rented it?
I have not rented it. I told Tyler, you're not renting that. We're not renting this. And so Taylor Swift was right above Avatar 2 for me.
Okay.
So, yeah. Anyways.
No, you're good.
Back to my number. Wait. What did you think I was going to say real quick? Because you said, I think I know what you're going to say.
A week away.
Oh.
Said it's a week away.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
But it didn't come out this year, and you didn't watch it.
I didn't really watch it.
You didn't finish it.
Actually, I did watch it. Because Scarlett wanted to watch it, and then I just watched it with her, basically.
Oh, yeah. It's a cute movie. It's all right.
It's all right, yeah. All right, go ahead.
So my number 5 worst movies of 2023 is 65. Going into this movie, I was like, dude, this is going to be a sick movie. It's going to be so sweet.
Yeah.
And then we get to the movie, and it's like, this is terrible. Horrible.
Yeah.
Like, the words, like, and I was looking at the reason why I was looking at my phone as I was looking at my score, and I put a 3.5 but that was so early in our rating days that it's not a 3.5. It's
lower.
Not. It's a 2.5 easily. It's a 2.5. The reason
for our
being
new rating system.
Yeah, well, once we've established kind of what we're looking at, but it's a 2.5. It's not a 3.5 whatsoever. The movie, the kid actor, terrible. The moving from scene to scene was terrible. Some of the shots, you're just like, this is unrealistic. Like, even, and we know, like, hey, it's not going to be realistic all the time, but it's like, okay, Adam Driver's not going to be able to dodge a dinosaur like that. If that's the case, it's just not going to happen. Yeah. So I didn't like it. I was very disappointed going into it, or coming out of the movie. So that's why it's my number 5.
Interesting. Well, here we go. My number 4, like I said, I think pretty much all of these could be, actually, I'm going to move this one. Sorry. I'm doing it on the fly, and that's my bad, guys. But here we go. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Kind of like Peter Pan and Wendy. I was hyped up for this movie. I was so pumped up that this is hopefully bringing us back on the Marvel train. This is going to bring us on a new platform, on a new ranking, but basically get us back to where we once were with Marvel. And they blew it, just blew it out of the water. And it's so disappointing. And it just wasn't what we wanted. It wasn't what we were asking for. And Marvel just completely ruined it with this movie. So I would say number 4 is Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
I am surprised. I'm going to be agreeing with you on that. That is my number 4 worst movie of 2023.
Look at us.
This movie, I mean, this was supposed to be the movie.
All right, Jordan. See you later, man. My guy.
Yeah, see you, Jordan. This was supposed to be the movie. We get King the Conqueror. We get the Quantum Realm. We get, everything that we need to move forward in the story. And they just botched it. Like, absolutely botched it. Terrible. And I can't agree enough more that this movie was such a letdown that, I still haven't watched the movie again.
Yeah.
Since us seeing it in the theater. I don't want to. Exactly. It's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo rigmarole. That's what it is. That's what it is. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's my number 4.
Okay. My number 3. It's going to be pretty crazy, actually. My number 3. Oh my gosh. I can't do that. Yeah. It's just, this has been so hard to rank these because they're so bad. And my number 3 is the Marvels. This is, we just watched this. It's fairly recent, and we like we said before, if you guys want to go back and watch our point of view and really kind of what we thought of, kind of like a fresh mind right out the movie, pretty much. This movie, we knew kind of that it wasn't going to be good. We were hoping that it would change, because we are big Marvel fans. But it just was not good. Not what we wanted. Same thing with Ant-Man and the Wasp. Hoping somehow, some way, they can turn it around, but they blew it. They blew it in this one. It's just one of the worst movies in 2023 for me. Just because it just wasn't good. This did nothing for me. It wasn't. I fell asleep. And in a movie.
And if you fall asleep to a movie, Regan, especially at the theater, it's not a good movie.
It's not a good movie. That's true.
Not a good movie.
It's true.
I respect your choice. My third worst movie of 2023, my number 3, is The Flash.
Oof.
Yep, The Flash gets my third spot. Look, we knew going into it we were hoping that it would be a good movie. We actually had hopes that when we saw Michael Keaton that we were hoping that it'd be better, right? Like that was the hope. And you saw in the ratings is that it's either you liked it or you didn't like it. That's how that movie worked. And unfortunately, I just didn't like it. The story was, it was okay, right? But the CGI was terrible. Like some of this stuff is just it was funny, but it just was. It was the typical DC stuff that we had been seeing.
Yep.
And it just, for me, just did not work. It did not work. I was excited for it, but it did not work.
Yeah, 100%. And The Flash is actually my number 2. I was actually thinking about flipping The Flash to number 3, but I was like, you know what? I think it deserves to stay there. Just because, we did have hopes. We had a lot of hopes with Michael Keaton, and hopefully that they turn this around for DCEU, and somehow, come up on top. I think for all of these ones, we really were hoping for a lot of things, and they crushed them. They crushed our hopes, crushed our dreams of them being a good series. Because as much as DC has, really fumbled the ball with these DCEU and whatnot, we still want the best for them. I mean, Dark Knight Rises is probably one of the best superheroes trilogy made, compared to Marvel and everything. But I think with DC, they can really improve and they can get better, and I really hope the best. And I think they need to grab the bull by the horns here. And so this is,
come on, James Gunn,
right?
We're rooting for you, buddy.
But yeah, the same thing. This is just The Flash. We were really hoping a lot, and it doesn't help as well when they have an actor on there that nobody really likes, and it's
that didn't help at all.
It's just, Ezra Miller shouldn't have been in that role he was in, and it just was sad to see that they kept him on.
He was rewarded for bad behavior.
So, yeah, that's what I had to say for my number 2 of The Flash.
Actually, you and I have a very similar list. My number 2 is the Marvels. Marvel's just, I would watch The Flash over the Marvels any day of the week. Just based off of the list, right? Like, I'm not going to be excited to watch The Flash, but it's better than the Marvels. Marvel's heap of garbage. Terrible. Except for the end credit scene where they bring in X-Men and they introduce the mutants, right? That's the only thing that really kind of played a role. Everything else was terrible. Not the movie that we were expecting. Again, another Marvel movie that we were expecting to pull us out of the drought, right? The drought of what Marvel's in right now.
Yeah.
So that's my number 2. And I think the final one, I think we probably are on the same page here, I'd imagine.
I think we've pretty much kept the same guys in this one. There's no question of what was our number 1 is, and that is Aquaman. And the Lost Kingdom. It's kind of like our number 1 for the best movies. We both have the same number 1. And man, was this just horrendous. One of the worst movies I think I've ever seen. Acting, the people in it, Amber Heard should have been taken out, but they kept her on. and still gave her like kind of a major role in this. And it's just like so sad, the CGI to see that, and the storyline. It just was not a good movie that I would recommend. I think we both gave this as the lowest scores.
I think a
of the
1.9
year.
and a 1.5.
Yeah. We didn't
It's trash.
not recommend this movie, and these are movies that we, like we said, we hope for a lot of these things, but like Aquaman, I think we didn't really have a whole lot of hopes in that one. We already knew it was just going to be trash, and it was trash. So
horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew this going into it. We said, unfortunately, the problem is we talked about it too much, so we had to go see it, unfortunately. But yeah, this was just a really bad movie. And it goes unquestioned as the worst movie of 2023 for us. So kind of different in our top favorite movies, but our number ones for our worst and best are the same. And just so you guys know, Regan and I did not talk about this list before. This is all based off of, hey, what did you watch? What'd you like? And then boom, we're on. So we're gonna jump into the next one because we're already an hour and 45 minutes in. We're gonna jump into the best and worst TV shows of 2023.
We'll try to keep it quick.
I think we'll start off at the worst ones because I only have one TV show that I thought was the worst, and I can't remember any other TV show I watched. So my number one worst TV show is The Secret Invasion.
That's what I was gonna say. That's my number 3.
That's your number 3.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, I'm going to try to go through these quick. Number 5 was Squid Games: The Challenge. If you guys haven't seen that, it's all right. I just didn't like some of the people on there, and it just really turned me kind of, I don't know, turned me the wrong way. Turned me off big time.
And Regan's a typical turn on guy.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. My Adventures with Superman. I think this is on I think it was on HBO. Just not that good of an animated series. I watched this. My Adventures with Superman. Just kind of boring. Didn't really follow this whole superhero action. It was more of just like the drama. It's kind of like, oh, this is weird. Number 3, told you already, Secret Invasion. Okay.
Okay.
So here we go to number 2 and number 1. Number 2 is BS High. Remember that
gosh! Wait, hold up. That was a TV show, guys. Look, I didn't know if documentaries were okay. This is my fault. This is my fault for misinterpreting what we were doing. I didn't do any of the documentaries.
You know what?
But I think that was a movie.
I think it was a movie. Yeah, my bad.
BS High would have been up there as one of the worst.
Yeah, I think I would have put that one as a high honorable recommendation, or whatever it's called.
But it's not like a. But it was a good. It was a good documentary. It was just about a bad guy.
About a really bad guy that you're just like, I don't want him to get any credit for this, and I don't want him to be seen in a good light in this.
Yeah, exactly.
And he specifically says that in this, like, and it's just sad. So yeah. So then that only leaves me then with 4. And so my number 1, so Secret Invasion was my number 2, that means. But then that leaves me with the number 1. The number 1 worst TV shows of 2023 was The Bachelor / The Bachelorette. If you ever watch those are the worst TV shows in the world, and you shouldn't be watching. They are just the worst. And so,
if you want a marriage that's realistic, don't watch those shows.
Yep.
Those set up so unrealistic relationships that, like, people expect your relationship to be like that, and it's just terrible, and it's cringy, and it's stupid. I hate that
it's
show.
really
So,
yeah.
I can't believe you watched it. I didn't watch it a single time.
Well, I somewhat watched it because Tyler watches it, so so I kind of I don't necessarily like. I tell her I don't want to watch that show, and basically I tell her I'm not going to be in the same room if you keep watching that. I'm not going to be in that. I mean, you can watch it. I'm not going to force you to tell you you can't, but you can watch whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways.
Okay, so there's our worsts.
Those
Secret
are the worst.
Invasion's up there. As a realistic look at our channel, Secret Invasion was absolutely the worst TV show we had, even though it started off really good. It started off really good, unfortunately.
It did start off. The landing was horrible. They did not land it well. So, all right, let's go into the best TV shows of 2023. I can start.
I'm excited for my list. I'm super excited.
I don't know. Okay, here we go. Number 5 for me is Mandalorian. Great series. I think this was it wasn't the best. I don't know. I think it just didn't really stick out to me. It's the Mandalorian. I love it, but it just it didn't really stick out. So that's why I have it at number 5.
Sure.
Compared to the rest.
Yeah. I'm actually really happy to have this on my list. I wish it was higher. I really do, but it's limited. So I am going with Jury Duty as my number 5.
Okay.
Jury Duty. Look, so Regan told me about this TV show, and I was like, meh, whatever. And I didn't watch it. And then we were at Sino's wedding.
Bachelor party.
We were at the bachelor party, and they were like, oh, let's watch Jury Duty. And I was like, ugh, who wants to watch that? And they were like, no, you'll love it. I promise. And so I went downstairs, and I watched like the first 5 minutes, and I'm dying laughing in the first 5 minutes of the show. And honestly, I wish this was higher. From a comedy standpoint, this is top tier for me. I loved it. So yeah. It's my number 5.
Darn right. Yeah. My number 4 is actually Jury Duty.
Oh wow.
I love this concept and the characters that they brought in, and the characters that they played in the what's his name, the main character on Jury Duty. I forget what his name is, but I can
see him right now.
Yeah,
Phil,
but he's become like a internet sensation. So like he's done a lot. I've seen him do like commercials and things like that, which is kind of crazy.
I told you he was going to be in like commercials or TV or something.
Yeah, I don't think I ever denied that. I wasn't never saying no, he's not going to do that. But
maybe
I think it's a really great story for him, and they chose him, for a reason. So yeah, that's my number 4. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is The Mandalorian. We're completely flip-flop there.
Flippy floppy.
Mandalorian. Yeah, easily my number 4. Pretty solid show. Like we're invested from the beginning. I'm really excited to see kind of what happens moving forward, obviously, with Mandalorian and the story beyond. So it caps off a decent story of Mandalore and Bo-Katan, and I'm again really excited to see what the future holds. Disney keep following that formula. Marvel start following that formula of story writing. And I think it'll be good.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, number 3 for me is, we might have the same less.
We might just have the same list.
Yeah, well, same. Yeah, 5. But number 3 for me is Ahsoka.
Same.
Yeah, dude.
Same.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly
I think we have the same 3. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Ahsoka was an incredible. Like, there are a few things that I just didn't like that one Jedi girl that just her and the one guy just didn't really fit well.
Hair guy.
But like,
Girl.
you know, they were fantastic. It was just a really well put together Star Wars movie that I think we were happy that we got it, and they delivered on this, especially with Ahsoka and the, not even Ahsoka, it was the villains, and Thalen, it's just everyone. I don't know. It's just, they really delivered and just did a really good job, well-rounded,
fabulous job. And bringing back Hayden Christensen, like, shoot, they brought in a really good story, and I'm happy. Again, I can't say this enough. Marvel, pay attention. It's under the same freaking umbrella, right? Like, they're a Disney company. Pay attention. Do what they're doing. Because their storytelling is just absolutely killing it. Which kind of, it kind of gets me to my number 2 is, maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe they did figure it out. Is my number 2?
Go ahead.
Is Loki.
Dude. Same.
Number 2 is Loki.
Okay. All right. We must have the
number
same
2 is Loki.
3. Yeah.
We'll see what the last one is. We'll see what. But look, Loki. Loki absolutely crushed. This was Loki. This was one of the hardest choices to make for my top 2 for me personally.
Yeah,
because Loki, we had asked for the Marvels to fix something. We had asked for Quantum Mania to fix something. We knew Marvels was going to be bad. We were hoping Ant-Man would be better, and we were just kind of, honestly, we're pissed off. We're like, what? Like, Marvel, pick it up. And we get into the show, and we're like, holy freaking crap! This is golden for television.
Oh,
absolutely golden. So, yeah, Tom Hiddleston absolutely crushed it. Owen Wilson crushed it. It's just, if you haven't seen it, go see it. This is arguably one of the top. This is one of the top TV shows of 2023. Excuse me.
And it just begs to differ. Like, that wasn't even nominated for the Golden Globes. Like, it wasn't even on there. Not even that for a drama TV series. But Tom Hiddleston, or whatever his name is, wasn't even a nominee for anything for acting on that. And he has come such a long way from being Loki to current where he is at now. And my word, he's changed. I don't know. It just makes you feel like he's a changed man in some ways, but he's been the same guy the whole time. But like, it's just like, you think, I think he's gone through a lot because he's been the villain. And now he's coming into a seat of basically being the hero. But in some ways, I think in the future for the Marvels, I hope they bring him back and he will be the villain yet again. But this time, I think what they could do, I think we talked about this through the Loki series, is that Loki could be the next Avengers, the threat level Avengers, whatever. You want to say it like that.
Avengers level threat.
Avengers level threat. Yep, that's what I want to say. So, yes, number 1 for no, number 2 was Loki. Number 1 was The Last of Us.
Dang.
And
wow,
man,
we pretty much had the same freaking thing.
we
Holy
just had
crap.
two flip-flop, dude. Two
Yep.
freaking flip-flop. Look at us. There wasn't a whole lot of TV shows that we we reviewed. But all the ones we did, I think they were fantastic. And The Last of Us was amazing. Man, what a ride that we got to take.
What a ride. Dude, think about that. That was like a year ago.
I know. And it just feels so long ago. But what a ride they put us through with this whole TV series that people just jumped on board and got on board the Last of Us train, and it just kept going and people loved it. And it's sad to see that it didn't really win anything for the Golden Globes. Maybe it'll win something in another award ceremony, whatever it is. But man, Pedro Pascal, baller, you know. What's her name? Bella Ramsey, baller.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's just they came. We already knew Pedro Pascal was really good, but this really just emphasized who he was, and people really
they want him. They want him bad,
right? And this is a huge shout out for Bella Ramsey for taking on this role, and now she's moving to stardom because of this show. But man, I am so excited. And we talked a little bit at the beginning about how excited we are for season 2. But man, so good.
Yep. This was a video game adaptation that I don't think you've ever played, right?
Nope.
I think you had never
watched
played
somebody played it.
I played a little bit growing like back in the day. So for me it was like reliving some of this stuff, but also just seeing it on picture. In episode format, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Pedro Pascal absolutely crushed it. Bella Ramsey absolutely crushed it. Regan completely agree with you on that. But what this does is it just the way they told the story was just this was the best TV show of the year. I mean, I haven't gone back and watched it, but I'm going to now because it's that good.
Yep.
And it sounds dumb. Well, you would go back and watch it, but you guys have to remember, we watch so much stuff.
Yeah.
Not even just in like, you got to think. We had Regan had 15 movies on his best and worst movies of the year. And then he had like 15 TV shows. And then, we also have other things like work and stuff and football. And it's just like, we have a lot of time, or we don't have a lot of time, but when we do, we're really happy with what we get, especially from The Last of Us. Super excited. That was on my top list for 2023 that I put. We'll peep this in the description. I put this as one of my top most anticipated TV shows of 2023 at the Infinity Bros podcast when I was on their podcast early in January. So I knew it was going to be good. I'm glad it was good, and looking forward to more. So
Matthew, before we get in real quick, what movies are you looking forward to for 2024 then?
I mean, just right off the rip, because I really didn't even think about it. Madam Web, I'm really excited to see that. It's part of the Spider-Man story, if I'm not mistaken. Movies coming out in 2024. Let me just pop this up. Deadpool, obviously a big one. If it comes out this year, I think it will. It's going to be a good one. And then Kraven the Hunter. Kraven the Hunter. I'm excited. Not a lot of people were excited about that for some reason. For me, I don't know. I think that sounds pretty cool to me.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm excited. You know, the other thing that I was curious about. Apparently, there's a Lord of the Rings War of Rohirrim. I think that's how you say it. But it's coming out in December of this year. I know nothing about this. I saw it on Twitter, and yeah, that's kind of my knowledge of it.
From what I see, Eowyn is in this.
No,
and so I'm curious on how that. A lot of the girl that was kind of the human woman that was in love with Aragorn, but she couldn't because Aragorn was already committed to what's her face. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think just kind of looking at the list, I mean, I'd have to look at some other movies that are coming in, but right off the bat, just thinking about it, those would be 3 movies that I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah, there's a good amount that is coming out this year that Ghostbusters, looks like Avatar: The Last Airbender series is coming out. There, Dune Part 2. What was it? There's just a lot of good movies I think that are coming out in 2024 that we need to see Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal. I've seen some like clips of him like doing. I mean, it looks legit.
Oh, the fighting one.
Fight. Yep. Kung Fu Panda.
Does he fight?
Kung Fury 2.
The what?
Kung Fury 2. If you haven't seen Kung Fury, the first one, you need to watch it because it's hilarious. You would love that, I feel like.
Kung Fury?
Yes.
Came out in 2020.
I think it's on. I think it's on YouTube. Oh, it's hilarious.
It is not on.
That's so.
It's only like a 30-minute movie.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Anyways, there's a lot. I don't know. I'm Fantastic Beasts.
This is like Michigan one.
Michigan.
I called it Michigan.
Yeah. It wasn't just Washington. No. Matthew, I said it too. I said it first. Actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. 13 to 34. Sorry. My brother was like, Washington's going to win. Washington's going to win.
He just did that to piss you off. Guaranteed. But not anymore. He's so pissed. All right. Anyways, let's go through our greatest finds of 2023. If you guys don't know this about Matthew and I, we have a segment of weekly finds. We don't necessarily do it every week, but we bring in some fun stuff that we found and share it with you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy what we find, and hopefully you guys share what you find with comments or DMing us, and we can share it with everyone else. So Matthew, do you have how big is your list?
3 of them. I have 3.
You have 3? Oh,
yep.
You're gonna show them.
Yeah, I've got them. Got them right next to me.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my number 3 find of the year, because we got a lot. We got a lot of stuff. My number 3 find was Star Wars, the NES inbox, fully complete, pretty minty mint. This thing's like $200 or $300. That's how much it's worth, I'm pretty sure. got a pretty good deal on it, so it's on my list. Pretty dang good one. Yeah.
Dang. Well,
so
that's impressive. For
Thank
me, I would say it is my comic. Marvel's. Oh, frick. I don't know. There's a lot of comics.
The value.
There's a lot of value in these. I don't know, but my favorite one right now is Marvel Superhero Secret Wars. This one got me really excited for some reason. Just because we're getting into that era of the Secret Wars, and to have that before they make the movie, which they're gonna make the movie, but like it's just like that's pretty fun for me. So
pretty freaking sweet, man.
Pretty sweet for my number 3. So Matthew, number 3.
My number 2.
Or number 2, my bad.
For 2023, and it was kind of a toss-up because I got some pretty decent stuff, but Regan has gotten me into VHSs.
Yeah.
And so I had been on a spree of buying some really sweet VHSs. And for those of you who don't know, my favorite Marvel superhero is Captain America. And so I had found this 2-box set.
Oh, baby.
And this thing, I mean, this is just a display, to be honest with you. Like, I haven't really put it in, but this is beautiful. This is like,
so
you just
good.
Look at it and you're like, oh my gosh.
Dude.
So, big shout out to Regan for getting me into VHSs.
You
yeah,
easy.
So,
actually, fun fact: Tyler and I are working through the Marvel movies in chronological order. So yesterday we watched Captain America: The First Avenger.
Oh,
and tonight we should be watching Captain Marvel, not Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel. So yeah.
Oh wow.
I know we got a lot of movies to get through, but
it's like 30 days worth.
Yeah. Well, that brings us kind of to my number 2, because the other thing is that the reason why me and my wife have been doing that, we watched the whole Harry Potter series, and that was like my first time ever actually watching the whole Harry Potter series start to finish, and man, it was actually like I really loved it. Actually, I mean I loved Harry Potter before, but like the whole series, like watching it and like getting to know the characters, like in the time frame that you're supposed to know them. Because like, fun fact, I didn't grow up getting to watch all the Harry Potter movies. I just basically didn't. My parents didn't believe in that. Yeah, no, I didn't. I couldn't even sneak around because nobody would let me watch it. So the very first movie I watched of the Harry Potter series was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. So I watched it like at the very end. So I had no idea what was going on, but being able to watch that, getting to know who Harry was, Ron and Hermione and all of them, it was actually really good. I really love that series. Which brings me to number 2, my Harry Potter VHSs. I have Harry Potter 1, 2, and 3. Harry Potter's Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter and the Chambers of Secrets. Well, it's Chambers of Secrets, Sorcerer's Stones, and Harry Potter of Azkaban. The 3 movies that came out in VHSs, and then they stopped after the 3rd. But I have all 3 of them and been able to watch those, and that's been really fun having those. And so I was really happy I got those 3 movies. Honorable mention would be Lord of the Rings VHSs. I got the extended editions for my Lord of the Rings. So,
ooh baby,
I know.
Ooh baby,
VHS. All right, Matthew. I'll do my number 1 here because
sure. Go ahead.
With that, you can't watch VHSs without a good VHS player. And I was ecstatic when I found my combo TV. And boy, do I love that combo TV. I love the size. I love that it's not super big. And I'm actually tempted. I was tempted today actually to put my PlayStation on it and place on that little screen. Because it's just something so nice about it being so small. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like personalized.
It's just really nice. And so that's made it very special for me. So I would say my combo TV is my number one find of 2023.
I put that in my honorable mentions, by the way. But the only reason I put in my honorable mentions is
yeah, of course. Do you have any finds you want to share, Brian, DDA? Thanks, Brian. I appreciate you you jumping in and sharing your thoughts. Even though, Brian DDA, you quit the fantasy football league, and I'm really upset with you. Yeah, it's late.
She's saying good night.
Oh, good night. Oh, geez. Well, Brian, I'm really disappointed that you quit, and so for that, I am removing you.
How the frick is he getting in here? He's got that NASA freaking hacker.
Dude, he's a hacker, dude. He's our hacker. You know that, dude. You freaking know that.
Well, like I mentioned, my honorable mention was the TV, but it wasn't even because the reason I didn't put it in my top was because I didn't actually find it. Regan found it, and I just paid him.
That's true.
So that is up there, but for some reason, I just couldn't not put this in my top. I don't know why. I just couldn't not put it in there because I just liked the way it looks. And I'll show you. My number one is gonna be the Punisher on the NES.
That's right.
Guys, I'm not the biggest Punisher fan. I think it's cool, right? And I've watched the Marvel TV series of it. But for me, it's just the look of it, man. Like it's just for me, every time I walk by it, I'm like, man, that thing is sick. Like
so
I can't believe
sick.
Like you look at the back too, it's just I don't know.
Baby.
It was a tough and weird one. I was like, I can't not put that in there. I don't know.
We saw Jordan.
So
yeah, well, wow. What a year of 2023, and what a great time we had in 2023, and the memories we shared. And it feels like it took so long, but I'm glad I got to spend it with you. You know that, you guys and Matthew, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But well, I want to say thank you guys for listening and sharing those moments with us as we went. We have a post on Instagram that kind of reflects Matthew made it on the recap of our 2023. And guys,
you want to show it on there?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, let's share it. Let's share that thing.
Okay, guys, we will, if you guys want to, and if you can, go on our Insta and like the Nick Schleif just liked our story. Like this post, our newest post for 2023. I don't know how do I hang on, we gotta go to here. Let me share my screen.
Make sure you share your audio.
Yep, it's going to be good, dude. Entire screen. Audio, here we go. Hopefully hang on, let me go one more over.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end. Good night.
We love you guys.
We love you.
We'll see you guys on the other side.
The 2023 season.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Have a good one.
Peace.
And that's a wrap on another hilarious and unforgettable episode of the Goof and Goober Show. We hope you had as much fun listening as we did recording. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our future goofiness. Join us next time as we continue to explore the weird and wonderful world of laughter and entertainment. Remember, you can always connect with us on social media and share your favorite moments using hashtag Goof and Goober Show. Until next time, stay goofy, stay goober, and keep spreading smiles wherever you go. Thanks for tuning in to the Goof and Goober Show with Matthew and Regan.